I'm just sharing my screen. So yeah, here comes the start of episode 2 of Typical Tangents, and we'll get in it with the dope intro that I made like 5 years ago. So I'm gonna hide myself real quick. So I'll get through with this. Okay, well we're gonna stop it there. I low key need to clip that out. I lost the original clip of the intro, so yeah, that's Typical Tangents, and we're about to join the call right now. So yeah, please. What's up, dudes? What's up?
What's good?
What's good? What's popping? I need to do the Discord overlay.
I'm eating cereal,
Cereal.
and Hamza went to the bathroom.
Okay, great timing as always.
I think he's showering.
Wait, for real? You went to shower?
No, I'm just joking.
Okay.
I was go use the bathroom. But
I
I
got
just
scared,
thought
bro.
that was troll.
That's fine if you did shower.
Oh, it wouldn't. That's a clown move, bro.
That's such a clown move, actually. That's such a clown move. So, about to set up the Discord overlay real quick. What? Were you in voice living room, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
As always, just
Is
sitting
Jason
here on
joining
the
in, or
casting
is Jason joining in?
Where is it?
Okay,
Should be. Let me message him.
that's cool. You can come in later. It's always fine. Got the Discord bubbles in. Wrong one. I just want to show speakers only. Damn. Okay, here we go. You got the bubbles in. Yeah, dude. Can I post your photo again, Luis? If that's cool with you.
Of course, of course.
Okay. I think you were image
My
too.
dog.
Okay, we got Luis here. I already asked Hamza. He does not want anything posted. So we'll keep that. We'll keep his privacy in mind. I'll just.
He wants to be a doctor.
Yes, he wants to be a doctor, and obviously we talk about certain topics on the show, and he doesn't want to be. He does not want to go viral. It makes sense. So. I'm gonna quickly draw this figure, a stick figure, so this can represent him. Just for speaking, so some visual points, but
Hold on, wait. You should put a picture of a clown up on there, and then just have that be.
that was a little too much, buddy. I mean, that'd be funny, but
Little circus.
I'll use this photo just for people who don't want to share any of their photos and stuff. But this
A letter H.
this only makes sense. Yeah, the image. Oh, so we just got Luis Lamau so far.
Yeah, and I don't know where Jason is. Oh wait, I think he's playing a game.
Okay, well that's fine.
So we're switching around.
Hey, you know,
we
got some consistency at least. So.
Dude, I'm always here, bro. You tell me 10:30, I'm gonna beat you.
A most consistent guy here. So this stick is supposed to represent our newest speaker today. Hamza, he's not here right now, so we're just gonna start it. Hopefully he's
come back and be like, "Hey, what's good? I'm back."
okay. We'll just do some introductions real quick for the time being. So I'll introduce myself as you know me. Since you're on my stream, you know who I am. Name is John. My Twitch name is NBA Flash 3. Very cringy name, but I live and die with that name. So here we go. as much as that name seems like some kid made it in 7th grade, is indeed some guy made it in 3rd grade, to be honest. So here we got our special guest today. For this week, we got Luis. please introduce yourself again, like last week. Actually take your
Uh,
time too. Just go in, because
Yeah, my name's Luis, and I was here last week on the first episode of Typical Tangents, so I'm a veteran. But besides that, just basic information about me is that I've been John's friend for quite a while now, since early on in high school. Him and his brother, and just just glad to be here and speak my wisdom.
yeah, that Luis, very smart guy. I met him. I think he met my brother first, and then I met him sophomore year.
I
We
met your brother because he was a dickhead. He just kept making fun of me, and that's just how we became friends. Is just
Yeah,
making
yeah.
fun
I
of each
guess
other.
making fun of people, you just become friends.
Yeah. Yeah. Remember during chemistry,
Uh
Mr.
huh.
Bennett's, he would just walk up to my table and then he would just start like roasting me like for no reason. And I'm just like, bro, what the hell, bro? Get off my case, dog.
Okay, well, we got our boy Hamza Asmo.
Yo, it's good.
You want to do like a basic introduction?
Oh yeah, sure. I'm Hamza. I met John, I think 5 years ago now. 5, 6 years ago in sophomore
Oh,
year.
wait, 5 years ago. That's like senior year, bro.
Oh wait, okay, yes. 7 years ago. Wow.
Damn, yeah,
5 years ago.
7. Holy crap, long big number.
Yeah, yeah, you lose track of the time after a while.
Uh huh.
Hey,
But
use your
yeah,
fingers, dog.
got it. Anyway, yeah, we met like 7 years ago. We've been homies since. Yeah, we've been through some real shit over the last couple of years, but
Yeah,
you know,
nothing too crazy though. Yeah.
yeah, and that's it. That's my intro.
So yeah, so this picture right here, it's gonna represent Hamza today. This is just for any guest that doesn't really want to show any of their faces. So we're gonna use this stick figure just to represent Hamza. So, I mean, it's not a roast or anything. This is just in general. He's our first guest. So,
I mean, it is the proportion.
okay, okay, okay. So, our first topic today. So I know we all have a lot of experience in this, very much. Oftentimes, it takes a lot of part of our time. It takes a lot of our day. We never notice it, but it's something very practical. Commuting.
Oh my god.
Oh
Yes,
my god.
commuting.
Oh my god.
So, first question. What's the longest commute you guys ever had? Just in
Longest.
general.
Oh,
Um,
Anyone can
you
go
wanna go
first.
first, Hamza, or
yeah, I can start.
yeah?
I mean, I feel like for the most part, I like done the most driving, I would say, this year, just because I started working this year, and like since I lived when like went to school, pretty much didn't have a car up there. And then there was like public transportation was like really accessible. We had like bar AC Transit, and then you guys are also pretty cool about like giving me rides from like the Warm Springs BART station.
Uh huh.
So I don't know. Because of that, I didn't really need a car, especially since like the parking in Berkeley was like ridiculous. It's like really sketchy because like if you leave anything in your car overnight that seems valuable, shit will get smashed. Like windows will get broken, and even so, like um, parking there was like super expensive on the streets. I think it was like 150 a month if you wanted like street parking, and
One
then
fifty.
like
What the heck?
yeah, something like that. And then like in a specific apartment complex, it could range from 60 to 100 a month. So it didn't really seem super worth it because unless you use the car very frequently, although it'd be like very convenient, I feel like it wasn't like economically like feasible because it's what is that like 1,200 a year, something like that. It's like a ridiculous amount just to have your car there, right? And like also if you wanted to, you can't really park on campus either unless you have a permit, and you have to pay for that too. So it's just like a lot of financial barriers to driving.
Yeah.
But now since I still work in Berkeley, and I work in like the East Bay. So I like work in two clinics. One's in Berkeley, one's in like another city in the East Bay. They're both about an hour away. So because of COVID, I think traffic's a little lighter. It takes about 50 minutes.
Yeah.
But um, typically I make this commute like 5 days a week, and then on Saturdays and Sundays I'll make the commute to San Francisco. So I feel like I'm commuting usually. I don't know. I would say uh, um, close to 1,000-ish miles a week.
Yeah.
And like going from nothing, not even like driving that frequently for the last 4 years. I mean, I would drive during breaks to like 1,000 miles a week
Hmm.
is like a pretty dramatic change. And honestly, it doesn't really feel like if you just play some music, it doesn't really feel like anything, right?
Yeah.
You kind of just drive. I kind of just zone out, just drive straight for a while. Then when you're getting off the highway or merging into lanes, you kind of have to like put your attention back in. But I don't know. It's not as bad as it sounds.
Okay. Luis, your chance to talk.
um, so for me, right off the bat, going into college, started commuting. I didn't live on campus. I commuted from home, so it was just a trip from San Jose to Santa Clara. It doesn't seem that far, um, but it really isn't. It just takes time because of the amount of traffic going. It depends if you're going on 101 or if you're going on 280 or 87 or 85 or the or taking the streets. It just really depends whatever Waze tells me. I've been through it all. It's about 15 miles, 30 miles round trip, and I did that for 4 years straight, and multiple times throughout the day, mainly because my classes were so spread out, and I would find that I would I didn't want to be on campus, or I didn't have anything to do, so I'd use that time to go for a run or drive back home, get something to eat, relax, do work, and then go back to my next class, and that was my life for 4 years, and I averaged about 33,000 miles. The 3 years I was using a Honda Civic, and then the first year was about 26,000 miles. On my first car was a 1992 Acura Integra. So if I didn't drive the Acura, I would have drove the Civic, and it would have had another
Damn.
another 20 something thousand miles than it already has right now.
Damn.
And I've seen it all. I driven so much that I've learned my lessons. I learned that it doesn't matter how good of a driver you are, there's always going to be someone on the road that's dumber than you. They're going to make mistakes, and you
That's
cannot
facts, bro.
control that dumb driver. So I protect myself now with a dash cam. I've had a dash cam um, since what 2017, and I've caught some of the craziest things you wouldn't even believe because I drive so much that I just run into some like such troll situations that nobody would believe. Um, and then on top of that, um, driving around, I used to drive for Lyft, so I know what that's like. I've been I've been from point A to point Z driving for Lyft. Um, so uh, commuting became a big part of my life, and it's quite sad realizing that all those 4 years going to Santa Clara,
Uh huh.
I spent probably like a good minimum 5 hours in my car, just driving around, going to places, going to get something to eat, getting groceries, just going home, going to school, just everywhere. And I lived at home, so I had a family life, and they would send me to go do errands or pick up my sister or go to my aunts and uncles, and that's just more driving. So um, that's what my commute is like. I know what it's like to be a commuter student. I suffered through that for 4 years, and I wish it on no one.
Okay.
Yeah.
When was the fucking when was like what was like the moment that was like, hey yo, I need to get a dash cam? Like what happened to make you like feel like you needed to get one? Because I've been in many situations, and since you have one, and you're always like, oh look, check out this shit I caught on my dash cam, and like for insurance purposes, it's definitely something good to have, right? For sure. But like, when was like that one? What's the one thing that happened to you that was like kind of like, hey yo, like I need to get a dash cam, or this shit's gonna like.
Yeah, the kind of like eye opener for me that I needed a dash cam was I got pretty lucky the first year. Nothing really crazy happened. A
Yeah.
few instances where because I was driving an old car, so sometimes my brakes would lock up and I would kind of cut it real close, come into a stop, and I get close to the car in front of me, but nothing too crazy. Really, the eye opener for me that I needed evidence was when I almost hit a student at like the Santa Clara, and it wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault.
Oh,
Like
okay.
there's a street, Alviso Street,
Oh my
Santa Clara.
god.
Uh-huh.
That I was just driving. I was obeying the law. I was driving the speed limit, and some dummy on a freaking electric skateboard just decided to blast through a red light. Like, oh, good luck, everybody else. I'm gonna just cross the street, and f you and f that person. I'm just gonna go through and make them panic stop. Came really close to hitting him, and I'm the type of person that if I see something that just like I know is wrong, I have a tendency to blow up. So that I pulled over. I was like, what the? What do you think it killed you? You would have had me responsible for the rest of my life, freaking killing you. I feel guilty, and And he's like, oh, you should have stopped for me. I have the right of way. I'm like, you dumbass, it's freaking red light, and he kept putting the blame on me, and that's when I realized like I had nothing to back me up, right? It was like his word against mine in a situation where there's like an authoritative figure, like a police officer or something, right? It's unless somebody came to support my claim, but of course there wasn't anybody really around.
Yeah.
So that was the day, and coincidentally, that's when I also started watching dash cam videos on YouTube. And that all kind of influenced me to say, "Hey, I need to get a dash cam." And I know the best dash cams on the market. So if anybody needs to know a good dash cam brand for your car, one that's reliable, one that gets the job done, I'm your man. I know what models work.
Dude, this guy's on that dash cam game for. Hey, how long are you having that dash cam now?
I had one model. This newer one I haven't been really too happy that I've used, but the last one that I had before was pretty reliable. Of course, you can't go wrong with Anchor. Anchor makes it all kinds of cables and cases and your electronics and stuff like that. They have some dash cams that are pretty decent. They have their pros and cons, but dang, that camera lasted me a good, I would say like 5 to 6 years. Just chilling, taking in hot heat and really really cold environments, continuously recording for hours a day, right? Same thing with the SD card that I use. That sucker has lasted forever. It's just kind of impressive. The one that I have right now, it's what's the brand? Vava, I think, and I wrote a review that was so bad they offered me a gift card as compensation.
Did they actually give it to you?
Yeah, they gave it to me. Let me keep the product, and at the end, I fought it, and they didn't make me change the review.
Oh wow!
Because I told them I told them I said, oh, I'm not gonna change the review. I stand by my word. I think there's some design flaws in this, right? I think I'm pretty qualified. I'm an engineer. I have some knowledge in like structure and design. Right? I'm no mech guy, but clearly there's just some flaws in this design, and they're like, okay, we apologize. Here, take this gift card.
Damn, 5,000 IQ there. Like actually get free gift card and stand by your review.
And I keep the dash cam.
And the dash cam.
There's parts of it that do work, but
they didn't make you take down the review for the gift card or no?
Nope.
Nope.
Damn, you just like
I said I could just I'm not gonna. You could give me the gift card. That's great, but I'm not gonna change my review. Why am I gonna lie?
Nice.
But that's commuting.
Yeah, but moving on to that, I got like one question there. Has anyone ever been in an accident?
Yes.
Let me think.
None were my fault.
Yeah, this was not my fault, but this actually happened when I still had my permit. So, and it was in the other car, so it was like a really beat up old car. And I was like with my mom. Yeah, it's actually I like the one plaza near OG, the Target. Yeah, so I was just yeah. So like I was just driving. I think like very slowly through the parking, fucking the parking lot.
Yeah.
I mean I wasn't completely new to driving, right? But I was still like obviously I still have my permit, so it's not like licensed yet. and we were just getting some from Target, pulling out of the parking lot. This one lady pulls out so quickly. She like just reverses um into my car as I'm like driving through the parking lot, and she pulls out like I don't know how she accelerated like 10 miles per hour, right, from 0 to 10, which doesn't seem that fast, but she when you're reversing, that shit literally came instantly, and I did not even have a chance to like honk, and she
Mhm.
just hit my car, right?
Damn.
And yeah, so obviously we just got out of our car, and she was like very apologetic. It wasn't like a situation where they were like, "Yo, what the fuck? Why'd you hit my car?" Like, wait, I
Yeah.
didn't hit your car. You hit me, right? She was like very apologetic. She's like, "Oh yeah, my bad. I didn't see you. Blah blah blah." And I was like, "Oh, no worries." And so we just exchanged insurance information,
Mhm.
whatnot. It was very like, like there were like no issues because no one was injured,
That's good.
and no one was really like the cars weren't that damaged. I don't even know if like I'm not even sure if insurance like would have covered the damage that was done to my car. I think we fixed it on our own. We just kind of like popped that thing back up. It was like a small dent, but um yeah, it was literally nothing. But that's the only time I have been in control of the car
Uh-huh.
and gotten into an accident.
I think insurance would cover it, but if you want to fix it yourself, they'll just like give you a check or something.
No, yeah, I don't know if that would change. It wasn't our fault, so
Uh-huh.
I don't know if. And like at the time, it wasn't really my like. I think I was like 16, 17 or something like that.
Yeah.
So I wasn't really concerned about how. Like my parents were like, "Oh, it's whatever. Like it wasn't your fault. We'll get it fixed or we'll just leave it. It doesn't matter." It was not that big of a deal, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, it wasn't really my fault either. So I didn't really like. I don't know if you can consider that like. Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, Luis, you got any accident stories? Or you got any first
Yeah,
accidents?
two in particular, and
Uh-huh.
none were as smooth as how Hamza described his, where the other party was apologetic. The first, and both times, I was saved by my dash cam. By the way, just saying
Oh wow.
from that flood that
Dash
happened.
cam, dude. Advertising dash cams this stream, bro.
uh,
Yeah.
Hey,
Because
it's
it
a
pays
good
off.
it's a good
dude,
investment. It's a good
Dude, it's an
investment.
eye that never lies.
That's true.
seriously.
That's a
Is
good.
this a advertisement for that Anchor dash cam, or is this twitch.tv/NBA/3? I
I
can't
know
even tell
I don't
anymore.
have a promo code for Anchor dash cams, but by the way, like Luis said, the eye that never lies. So always great to
Eye
have
that
another
never lies.
eye witness.
Well, it's a
So
double-edged sword.
yeah.
So it could catch you being stupid, and it can also save you. So you gotta be careful, right? Well, you gotta remember at all times that just as there is a camera that has your back, there's also a camera that's working against you, right?
Yeah.
Because if there's like a police authority involved, if they want, they will take everything. They will take the entire SD card and not only look at footage of that incident, but they also have at that point
Yeah.
they can look at past footage for other stuff. So just remember that. But anyways, that also there's like an asterisk on that because if there's only one camera facing forward, then you're good. But anyways, okay, back to the accidents thing.
Yeah.
Not to go on too much of a
Another
tangent.
tangent. Not scared.
Yeah, but
Uh,
um, so the first time, crazy story. I was gonna put that out there. All right, I was I was at a kind of like an electronics like radio installation place on Tully Road because I had some other guys install this like remote starter kit that my uncle gave me because he had it on an older car that he sold, but he took it off before he sold it and he gave it to me. He's like, you can make use of it. So if you don't know what a remote starter is, it's just a key that basically overrides or takes control of the default alarm system on the car, so you can lock and unlock it through that remote, and also remotely start it. So it'll circumvent the security system to start your car
yeah.
remotely, and it can start it like really far away. I mean, there was one point I was like at least 2 miles away, and I was
Wait,
able to
what the
start my
heck?
car. Yeah,
You start
it's
your
pretty.
car 2 miles away? Isn't that kind of sus,
Yeah.
dude?
Well, it turns off after a while, and the doors are locked until you get up and you unlock it yourself.
Okay.
And they can't drive off with it unless the key is in the ignition. So
Okay.
as soon as they try to put it into drive, it turns off, and the alarm goes off. So, but anyways, So the reason why I was getting it taken off is because it was I don't know, the previous guys didn't install it right, and I gave them several chances to fix it, and they couldn't fix it, and tried to upsell me, and I was like, nah.
These guys.
So I went to another place. The guy was super humble on Tully.
Yeah.
Really nice guy. I explained the situation. He's like, all right, yeah, I'm not gonna charge you too much. Let me just take it off, $50. And I was like, okay, yeah, fair enough, right? For the labor. Takes it off. Finishes the job. I come to pick it up, and I'm backing out to go home.
Mhm.
This other lady behind me, I can see in my rearview mirror,
Yeah.
is backing out too. So I stop and I'm honking because she just keeps going, and she hits my car. So I back in. She backed into her parking space. I get out, and I'm like, how were you looking behind you? Would you have your eyes closed or something? You know, you should be paying attention to behind your car.
Yeah.
Clearly, I'm right there. I'm honking, and you just kept going, right? And you hit my car. Right? I was completely stopped. The footage showed that I was completely stopped.
Mm-hmm.
That I was honking. And you know, in that split second, you can't really you're not really thinking straight unless your head's really into it. So you know, maybe in retrospect, I should have put it in drive and pulled forward, right?
Uh-huh.
But even then, she just kept going. So maybe she would have hit me even then. So you don't know. But I pull back in. I get out of the car. I tell her like, "What's going on? Weren't you looking behind?" And she's like, "Yeah, I saw you." And I was like, "Okay, so then why'd you keep going?" You know. And she tried to pull off the card that she didn't really speak English, and I was like, yeah, okay, well, let's see if you understand this. Show me your insurance. We need to exchange this information, and let's get this sorted because I'm putting fault on you because you hit me.
Yeah.
And then she kept playing around. She's like, no, there's no need, there's no damage to my car. And I'm like, yeah, F your car, bro. Look at my car. You freaking messed up the bumper.
Yeah.
Give me your insurance. And she kept saying, no, I don't have insurance. And I was like, that's what I was waiting for. I was waiting for her to either tell me that, no, I refuse to give you my insurance. Yeah. Or no, I'm not going to give you my insurance. Because as soon as she told me that, she's like, oh, I said, okay, I'll call the police. So I call the police.
Yeah.
Right. And what I do is I'm like, okay, yeah, no problem, right? So she left as if like nothing was gonna happen. But what I did is I got back in my car and I blocked her in so she couldn't leave.
Oh damn.
Right? So she's stuck there now, right? I'm not letting her go. My car's not moving. Call the police, and I turn around for like 2 seconds, and then she's gone. So she dipped, right? And I'm like, dude, there's no way that she dipped that quick or ran off.
She dipped
with
her car, or she just got out?
No. She left the car there, and then
okay.
she just went away. And I'm like, dude, how did she teleport out of here so quickly? And the only conclusion I could think of,
fuck the car.
Yeah, dude. The only thing I could think of was, she probably went into the business here because the business had like tinted windows, and I saw them. They turned off the lights. So I'm like, oh, dude, you couldn't make it more obvious that she's in there. Call the cops and explain that she ran off, right? Or at first I told them, I was like, oh, this lady hit me, right? And they asked me, oh, is anybody hurt? I was like, no. And then I was like, oh yeah, by the way, she left. And then I remember, I'll never forget this. The operator was like, he's like, now it's a felony hit and run. Let's go. So, police car came. I explained the situation. And they started to do this, come to the same assumption that she was hiding in the business. So they kept knocking, right? And one officer went off to go look around while another officer stayed with me because it seemed like, I don't know, there was like hella people from the other businesses coming out, and they were like giving me nasty looks. And I didn't feel safe.
What was this? This Tully? What was this again?
I'm Tully.
Oh, okay.
It's like, where that one tea place and slash Jazz and Tea is, right? It's on the opposite side.
Oh, like the Food Max or what?
No. It's literally right across the street, the other side. So where that Jazz and Tea is on the other side.
So I drove by it today and I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah. There's another plaza on the other side, like the other side of the street, going the opposite way.
Okay.
That plaza. Yeah, and it's just, they were all like hulling around, and then there was one guy that was acting hella sus. He kept looking at me while he was on his phone, and I'm like, bro, what are you trying to do? Hire a hitman or something to come get me? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Who is this lady? So then I get for some reason the police officer was like, okay, I'm gonna stay here with you because I don't know why everybody's getting out. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know either. So we're talking. He decides to look up the plates, and as soon as he looks up the plates and he sees who's there, his like demeanor changed, and they call for backup.
What the?
Four other cop cars came like sirens blaring, right? Coming here, and I'm like, okay, I don't know who the hell this lady is, but why do they need four other cruisers here?
Damn, bro.
Two police officers here, right?
Damn, you got yourself mixed up in some trouble, my guy.
Yeah, so, and dude, I'm telling you, there's like hella people coming out, and there was there was one girl that she came over and she's like, "What happened, Mister?" And I was like, "Fuck off, go back to your parents." I'm not telling you shit.
What happened, Mister?
No, nosy little girl. She playing that innocent card.
Uh
I'm
huh.
not telling you jack shit. You saw what happened. She rear-ended me. Yeah, anyways.
Damn.
The long story short is that I left, and as soon as they started searching her car, and as soon as I left, I guess she was looking out of the business. She came out of the business and came right to in front of the car, and then the police were like, "Oh, is this your car?" And she's like, "Yeah, yeah." And they're like, "Ah, okay, you're under arrest."
Oh,
so then they arrested her.
What was that?
Yeah, they arrested her. And then the police officer called me. Cause he got my number. He called me. He's like, "Hey, yo, come back." She came out. I was like, "Okay." So I turned around, came back, and then they're like, "Oh, is that her?" I was like, "Hell yeah, that is." And she started crying and like now fluent English, right, with no accent. "Oh, why is he picking on me? Oh, why does he want me arrested?" And then the officers were like, "Oh, well, he has every right to do what he's doing, right? Because he ran away. That's a hit and run." And then they're like, "Oh, do you want to?" Okay, here's the funny part: is I asked, I was like, "Who is this person?" They were kind of like hesitant to say, but they acknowledged that she had like she was in the system, right, for previous charges relating to like assault or something like that.
Oh, damn, bro.
And like other like violent offenses. And as they said that, they're like, "Do you want to
what, bro?"
Huh?
I said, "Was she hitting licks or what, bro?"
I don't know, bro. She was moving weight or something.
Oh,
yeah. No.
But
search your car or what? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So they as soon as they said that, they asked, "Do you want to press charges?" And I was like, I thought about it. I was like, yeah, why not? So I did press charges.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I did press charges, and the TLDR version is she could have completely avoided that because she had farmer's insurance. She had preferred insurance. We could have handled this just like regular people. She could have given me her insurance.
Yeah.
That's it. But she chose to go about it the completely wrong way. And she, what ended up happening is I dropped the charges because I got the payment out of her insurance.
Okay.
And she ended up going to jail for like 15 days. And got out. Yeah.
Fat L's for her.
The second time wasn't that bad. It was kind of funny. I got rear-ended on the way to work. I had a cup of coffee in my hand, and it splattered all over my face and the interior of my car. So when I got out, I was so mad. I was like, "Dude, this lady rear-ended me and fucking got coffee everywhere." She wasn't paying attention too, because like I was on like a right turn where there's a yield, but then I saw there was this Mercedes that was like blasting down Santa Teresa, so I slowed down.
Yeah.
And she assumed that I just had kept going. She looked over to her left shoulder, right, to look at the oncoming traffic, and she ended up rear-ending me. She came out, she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry I hit you, but I just don't understand why you stopped at the yield. You're supposed to keep going." And I'm like, "Okay, well, if I would have kept going, then I would have hit that Mercedes that was going like 60 in Santa Teresa. So who's the stupid one here in this situation?" Because I was annoyed by her like condescending tone.
Yeah.
She kept implying that she was gonna put the blame on me, right? And I was like, "Oh yeah, you could go ahead and do whatever you want, but look at my windshield right there. You see that little thing right there, that little box? That's a dash cam. And guess what? It caught everything. It caught you. It caught your flies.
Get destroyed.
Audio.
And your career. That's good.
She ended up paying too.
That's good.
The end. Sorry, talked a lot.
Nah, that's cool.
No, that's fine. I think you had more to say, to be honest.
Yeah.
I really haven't gotten any serious accidents, I feel like. And To be honest, getting in the hit and run is also pretty. I would say pretty rare, probably.
Yeah.
Mm.
For me, dude,
Mm.
I got actually in like probably quite a few accidents, to be honest.
Holy shit! All right.
Yeah, I actually got in. So like my first accident. So this is when I freshly got my license, and I had one job. I had one job. I had to pick up my grandma from church. It was my other grandma. She passed like 2 years ago, but
Oh,
not trying to farm any sages, but
okay. Okay. All
but
right, buddy. Okay, go ahead. Continue your
but
story, bro.
yeah, I went to church, picked her up. I think my sister and a few of my cousins were there, and we kind of just like stuffed each other. There was like 6 people into like a 5-seated car, so we did like some illegal stuff. But this guy, he's in the choir. He's in my aunt's choir. I know him personally, like, because I used to play church piano music at church. And at that time, I was just learning the ropes, and I was just like, oh, yeah, I know you. So apparently, I don't know what happened exactly, but I backed up. It's probably my fault, to be fair, but I'm that new up-and-coming driver, so I'm just like...
Up and coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I didn't turn. I didn't look at my rear window. I just like
Yeah.
backed up, right? I just asked my cousins and stuff back there. He's like, "Am I good?" They said I was good. I backed up. Bam. We hit each other. The guy I know from my aunt's choir, he hits me too while backing up as well. So we're just backed up in the parking lot, at the church parking lot, and we just hit each other. Really no damages though. Maybe some scuff marks, but that's about it. And I got off pretty much scot-free because they're like, I was like, at that moment, I was just like, dude, it's over. My driving career just started, but it's about to end. I was ready to pull out the insurance, walk towards the car, just meet him, be like, I'm sorry. I know you personally, but I'm so sorry. I'm so ashamed. But the priest, there was a priest there. He saw the accident and he didn't say anything. And he was like, hey, nothing happened. Don't worry about it. Just go home. And I was just like, oh, okay, I'll just go home. He's the one that knows the truth. And until this day, I'll never know what actually happened in that parking lot. I honestly don't know whose fault it is. It's probably most likely
Wait,
both
so
of our faults.
He basically, so it was like gonna be 50-50, but the priest came out and said, all right, fuck it. Y'all just going home.
Yeah.
No one is gonna-"
He was just like, yeah, we don't have time for this, bro. God forgives both of you. Just go home. It's like, okay.
Yeah, bro. Yo,
yeah.
that's it. Hey.
Yeah, that was funny. And then I think after that, there was like one accident. Another accident was like I was commuting back from LA. I think it was my sister's graduation. At the time, I was in a rental car. This is probably like the most craziest accident I ever been in. So I was in the carpool lane, driving. Everyone's asleep in the back except like a few people. I'm driving in the carpool lane, and LA is pretty notorious for like the amount of vehicles they have. That's why you always like see smog when you're in the city there. And I got like rear-ended on the freeway. I got hit twice. Boom. Initial impact. I was just driving. Hits me once. I noticed that like, oh, he hits me again, so I have to brake. So basically, I was braking to slow his car down. So his car was kind of stuck into my car, the rental car.
Wait a second. So he hit you once?
Yeah, and then it released a little, and he hit me again. Boom, and then it got stuck this time, and I was braking so it could slow down just slow both of us down.
Was it in traffic or what?
It was on the carpool lane, and we started causing the traffic. So I was just like, okay, typical LA traffic. It just usually happens. It was kind of bad because we were just in the carpool lane on the side. I was kind of freaking out because I was just like, dude, I never got in an accident like this before. It's definitely not my fault, but apparently it was at the end of the day because my dad was just like, dude, it's your fault. Like, why didn't you drive more carefully? I was just like, dude, what are you talking about, bro? You were knocked out. That's how well my driving was. Like, dude, it's like, how can you blame me when I'm just I'm just driving casually, just
Wait,
driving
wait.
like a normal
So,
person.
so basically, can you paint a picture of what was going on out around?
Okay, so
So like,
I was driving. I think my dad was knocked out. My grandma was knocked out as well, and then my cousins, and then my other uncle. He was just awake still. He was like the only one awake.
yeah.
I got hit once. Then they got whiplash, right? Obviously, because
Oh
yeah, it
God,
was a
yeah,
rear end, and then
yeah.
I got hit again. But this time the car was like stuck, jammed into my car, so I had to brake.
Sounds horrible.
Yeah, dude, it was pretty bad actually. So then I was
So
freaking.
wait,
Yeah.
were you going pretty fast or no?
Yeah, I was 65 on the I was like 60,
Oh
70 on the
shit!
it was on the freeway. It wasn't
How did
like
that happen?
it was in the parking lot or anything. So I slowed down to 0. I got out of the car. I was freaking out. I was just like, "Damn, the person who hit me had it worse, dude." Um his front bumper, his airbags went off. I think it went off because he hit me twice. And I think he knocked out on the first hit. Like no cap. I see his windshield, it's all cracked. I see the front bumper, it's like freaking falling off. And then I see his airbag from his steering wheel just go off. And I was just like, oh fudge. And the saddest thing is that he had 2 kids in the back. I just like
Damn.
I was just like 2 little kids. And the thing is, like he was like Hispanic. I don't know whether or not he was an immigrant or not, but we asked for insurance. He gave it to us. Luckily, this was a rental though, because we had rental covered insurance, so it wasn't that big a deal. But I felt so sorry for him because he said he didn't have his license and stuff, or like he left it at home. But I kind of assumed that he was like, oh, maybe he's not here legally. And
Oh, that would suck if
yeah.
that is the reason.
But like one of these tow truck guys came in. He kind of mediated the situation. For me,
Yeah.
my uncle switched with me, or my dad switched with me like immediately. So I don't like it didn't seem like I did the I was part of the accident because I was just like, okay, my dad's the guy's his name is under the rental car, so it should be him.
Yeah.
I was just like, I was pretty traumatic. I was just getting flamed at the same time by my dad, and I was just like, fudge, dude. I just like, dude, this is the first thing you say to me. I'm just like, I'm just driving, bro. This is pretty traumatic for me. And it's like,
Yeah. I guess from what it looked like,
yeah.
if you woke up and then like the fucking
Oh, it was Terry's name. Okay. Well, yeah, apparently it was Terry's name, just to confirm. But the good thing, it was a rental. It was a rental. I don't know. Like I never seen that bro again. But that car, we were driving like a Dodge Caravan, dude. That thing was a tank. We just drove it all the way back with the dent inside, and my dad was like, "Hey, drop this off at the rental." Went in, and they were like, "Hey, dude, yeah, so this car got into an accident," and they're like, "Yeah, just fill out this pink slip, and here you go. Just drop off the car." And I was like, "Wait, that's it?" I was like, "What the heck? Okay, don't have to do anything else." I mean, eventually they sent like additional paperwork home, but besides that, from now on, I'm just like, every time I drive now, and I look at my rear view mirror, or like the mirror in front of you that checks the rear.
the
Which
rear
is
view.
rear view mirror. I don't know why I said that. I kind of flinch when they get a little too close. I like kind of freak out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn, that's such an impact.
Yeah,
It is pretty scary to get in a situation like that, though.
yeah. So like I drive, and I was just like, bro, stop getting close to me. So like when they get closer, like they look like they're tailgating me or something, or like when I stop and I see them get hella close or brake behind me hella close, I just release the brake a little just to move up a little more. It just like low key traumatized me. I'm just like that now. I was like, "Fudge."
Damn.
And then another time that happened was like I got it. It wasn't. I wouldn't say it was exactly an accident, but it could have been worse. So I was driving on Capitol. I was turning left. I was in the inside left, and then there's the second left, right, the outside. And I was trying to merge over. I didn't check my blind spot. My the side mirror clipped the guy's side mirror. It clipped it. Yeah. And the luckiest thing is that nothing happened. It just touched. It basically just touched, and I saw him, and I moved out back, and then I pulled over with him, and it was this old Asian guy, and he was just like old Vietnamese guy. He was like lecturing me, and I was just like, "Fudge, I messed up again. Not like this, fudge." uh,
Like it was lecture. What was the lecture like? What was
he's
he
like,
like?
"Hey,
Like
dude,
he was
check
a
your
bunch of everyone?
freaking." He saw me. He saw me as like that young Asian kid, and he was just like, "Hey, you're Vietnamese?" I was like, "Yeah." And well, hey, always check your things. Check your blind spot, stuff like that. Don't do that ever again. It's cool. Don't worry about it. And I was just like, damn, I got so lucky. Scott freaking.
Your side mirror clipped his side mirror. That's actually insane.
Yeah, it was so close, bro. I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm so lucky.
Where was this? The highway or the?
No, it wasn't on the highway. This was on
Oh, Capitol.
Snell,
Capitol.
Capitol to Snell.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
crazy.
it was crazy.
Capitol's a crazy ass street too, though.
Yeah, I was just like chilling too. I was vibing, and then I hit him. I was like, flush, like that goes like 0 to 100 like real quick.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I have more, but besides that, those are like the most like the ones I remember like prominently. Like
I mean,
I just been
I,
in accidents as well as just a passenger though too. So
really? Yeah,
yeah.
I have two actually. I think one was when I was in middle school.
Uh-huh.
We actually didn't hit any cars, luckily, but we hit the guardrail. It was like a rainy day going to school. We actually went since we lived like kind of far away from school. The
Uh-huh.
commute was kind of long every morning. It's like a rainy morning, and we were driving in this old Toyota Camry, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yada.
shut the fuck up. We're going down. We're going down 101.
101
So
in
it's
the
it's
yada.
right. Yeah, in the Yada. And then we're like driving down. Car just like kind of hydroplanes a little bit, cuts into like three of the like left lanes because we're in like I think we were in the lane that was second from the right, so we were in like one of the slower lanes.
Yeah.
He like hydroplane and like I'm not even sure how we didn't hit any cars because usually like around like 7-ish, 8, 101 south is kind of packed. There's like some traffic, and there's usually some congestion like medium to like high levels of congestion but like we basically spun out, hit the guardrail, and then we went from one end of the freeway to the other without hitting a single car.
What the heck? What the Wait, what?
Yeah, yeah, but because we like kind of like hit the guardrail, right?
Uh-huh.
I think we hit it with such force that I like kind of like, and then like I guess my mom tried to compensate by like hit turning the steering wheel to the other end, right?
Yeah.
We hit the guardrail enough for the car to essentially be totaled.
Oh, fudge.
Yeah, it was pretty serious, right? We ended up getting a Prius afterward, which is the one we drive now,
Yeah.
or kind of drive now. But
Uh-huh.
yeah, it was pretty insane. But I wasn't injured. My mom wasn't injured. My older brother had like whiplash, but he was like pretty much okay.
Yeah.
And then my younger brother was okay too. So we all ended up, scraping by. And for me, it's not super traumatic because like
Yeah.
I think I was like on the way to like I guess school. I was like half asleep anyway, so I kind of don't remember it. I still remember how like serious it was, right? And like I think I ended up not going to school that day, obviously. But like yeah, for I think for my brothers it was a little bit worse though. It was like a little more traumatic because I guess they were like more aware of what was going on at the time. I think I was like reading or just like not paying attention to what was going on. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's crazy.
It was like literally like the Blossom Hill exit around there.
What the heck?
Crazy stuff.
That's actually pretty close.
Yeah, on the way to middle school,
Wow.
pretty
Yeah.
wild. Yeah, and
Luis?
then
Yeah. Keep going.
oh yeah, and then the one last thing is something happened. Like it wasn't an accident, but kind of almost would have been really bad.
Uh-huh.
I think I told you guys this before, but there was like this truck on the 880 because
Yeah.
I used to drive home on that freeway and pretty much like I don't know why, but people are so reckless. They never check their blind spots on that highway. I literally like have been just going straight, not even merging or anything like that. And
Yeah.
people will just try to merge into your lane like without even checking their blind spot. Gotta beep all the time, right? You gotta be very careful. Fucking so this truck decides, oh yo, it's traffic hour. Let me try to merge into the lane right next to me. Like we're going like very slowly, right? So and he starts to merge. So he starts merging into my lane,
Uh-huh.
right? And I'm like, bro, what the fuck? You're gonna flatten me? So I like hold the horn, and he like swerves back into his lane. Yo,
Bro.
I almost got flattened there.
Bro.
I'm driving a Prius, bro. I can't defend myself from this. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, that was pretty. It was pretty. It would have been pretty bad if he hit me because he probably would have either done serious damage to me or my car.
Uh-huh.
But you know, we avoided it, so we chilling. But
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah. Sounds pretty crazy. Would have damn.
yeah,
Luis,
would have been bad.
you got any passenger stories? Any worse accidents, or you just been a lucky man with that dash cam?
Well,
Luis brings his dash cam into his passenger's car.
and for that I wear a body cam, but
Oh, seriously?
no,
Oh,
just
fuck.
yeah, a few, but nothing really that interesting.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Okay, I got this is the last question for tonight. What's the craziest like maneuver of the sequence of maneuvers you've done? Like, not necessarily like you getting in an accident. Like, what's the thing that you drove? Like, oh damn, you can't believe you pulled that off. It's like you made the yellow light, something like that. I don't know, just something in that extreme. Like
Oh,
you barely pulled it off. Like you were so close to getting in an accident, but it didn't happen because you're a beast driver.
There is one, and it's in our group chat, but that one time that we were it was Andy,
Uh-huh.
Nick, and then me. We were
Yeah.
driving to get some tea. I don't know if James was there too, but we're going to get some tea, and trying to get off on was it Capital from it's 101. We're getting off on Capital, right, to go get some tea, and on that exit, there's a guy that was in front of us, and getting off on the exit, it was barely at the entrance, so I'm still going, I'm going like, between 70, 75 miles an hour at that entrance, right,
Yeah.
before I start to slow down,
Uh-huh.
and the guy in front of me, he decides that he doesn't want to go on that exit anymore, so his intention was to completely stop and back up so he can continue going on the freeway. So he slammed on his brake almost like basically a complete stop. And I put my brakes at full force all the way from like 70 75 miles an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And slam on my brakes. I'm on the horn. I'm like, what the hell is this guy doing? He just freaking came to a complete stop because he's stupid. He wants to reverse and do some illegal crap and kill people
Yeah.
with that move.
Uh-huh.
And at the they're Andy and Nick, they're yelling at me like, "Oh shit! Oh, what's going on? Oh snap!" And at the last second, I'm like, wait for it. I can't swerve yet because I don't know what this guy's doing.
Yeah.
And then at the last second, I swerve around him.
damn, this is
That was
crazy.
pretty
Damn,
close.
bro, that sounds insane.
But beyond that, I mean, nothing really crazy. I mean, there's times we have to avoid cars and brake hard and
Yeah.
try to be cautious until a driver becomes predictable. But yeah, nothing crazy.
Oh, you,
Yeah.
Hamza.
No, I mean, nothing's. You know what happened recently though?
What?
Saw a dude who literally was like fucking us. Like he was like going from fucking the center lane,
Uh-huh.
or not center lane, the leftmost lane
Yeah.
to the rightmost lane, but he was like fucking swerving, and I was like, what the fuck is this guy doing, right? So like, obviously he was like a hazard. Like honestly, I'm not even sure how I like just I think when he was in the leftmost lane, I literally passed him and then I called the cops because I was like, yo, this guy gonna hit somebody, he's gonna murder someone tonight. Cause dude, this guy was like either I don't know falling asleep or like fucking drunk out
Yeah.
of his mind.
Yeah.
But like that guy was actually gonna hit somebody. No cap. Like
Damn.
he was like I'm surprised he was gonna hurt himself for sure.
Yeah.
If anything. But he was gonna hurt. Like he was gonna probably either kill himself or hit someone else on the road. And I was like, yo, what the fuck? No, this is now like looking good. So I like passed him
Uh
and
huh.
got myself out of the danger because it was on the 101 on the way home on like a Sunday or a Saturday night.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, and then I called the cops because I was like, yo, this guy's looking pretty sus on the highway, Palo Alto.
You
See
think
what,
they
and
got
then
him?
yeah, I don't know. I didn't follow up with them. Be like, yo, you guys get that
Hey,
red
you guys get him?
SUV? Yeah. Who is this? No, I didn't follow up with them, but yeah, I just didn't want anyone to like fucking get fucked that night, so I was like, yeah,
Damn, it's crazy. I think
yeah.
I think for me was that one time I drove, like, my sister used to have a Prius, and we were helping you move out of your dorm. It was me and Aaron.
Oh,
Um,
what? Oh my, wait, I think I was there.
yeah, you were there. You were there. We were.
I know what you're talking about.
This is actually
Okay.
this is bad, but I don't know why I was driving like that, but it
You
was.
were yeah, you were trolling. I was like, wait a second. Go ahead.
I was just I have like close calls like this because I was like, dude, I know I can make this. And I'm just like, so we helped Hamza packed up and stuff, and we were on our way back from Berkeley. And you know how 880 or 880 has hella construction, like they were just revamping their freeway or something. On the way
Mhm.
back, we were
Yeah.
in like the carpool lane basically, and then they freaking close all three lanes until like the right farthest lane is open, right? So they
Mhm.
slowly close it off like in a triangle kind of. So then I was still in the left lane. I was just like, nah, they just closing this lane. That's it. I'm just gonna switch over. Next thing you know, you just see the cones just freaking getting closer and closer to me. And I'm in the car with Hamza and Aaron. Aaron's like kind of low key, like, dude, what the fuck? What the fuck? And then I go in, and then dude, the last cone, I don't know how we made it, but I did not. I just like freaking merged all the way through basically the left lane, the farthest right lane, and like one merge alongside with the cones. So
It's pretty yeah,
it was
I
pretty
see.
crazy, and I was just like, "Yeah, dude, that was it, guys. You know, you know me. I'm a good driver."
Yeah.
It was like so troll because I was in a Prius. And I think this also happened when I was like in Davis too. I just brought the Mazda up because I was like moving or something. I had a bunch of friends
Yeah.
with me, and then there was this truck, this huge semi, and I was just like,
Oh no.
semis are slow. You could just outdrive them. So you know how like some right lanes merge into like one right lane. So there was like three right lanes that merged into one,
Oh
and
shit.
the semi was in like the most left right lane on the freeway, and all these right lanes are just merging in because we just got off we just got off like a junction, and I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna beat this semi. I was getting so close to the truck, it felt like I was gonna go under the truck and do like that Lamborghini trick where it goes under the semi, but it didn't happen. I just freaking drove past it, and everyone was like, dude,
Lamborghini trip.
you know how like there's like cars low enough that goes under semis when they merge? It's insane.
Wait, do people actually do that? That sounds so dangerous.
There's like videos of that. Actually,
Really?
yeah, it's actually pretty crazy. Yeah, it was like I didn't do that. I just freaking drove past, but they're like, dude, why did you do that? You didn't even have to do that. I was just like, I'm just feeling risky today, just like, but then, I'm just like sweating in my mind. I'm just like, why did I do that? It's so funny. It was so
Damn.
troll.
You wild. And yeah, I do remember. It's not an evasive maneuver, but I remember. I think it was like Kobe's birthday. You guys remember that one time we went to
Uh huh.
was it Jan or some like thing for Kobe's birthday?
Oh yeah, Jen for it was like when I was sick or something. I don't know. Was it like I know we went to Jen's for Kobe's birthday one time.
Yeah. Oh, were you sick? Yeah.
I vaguely remember.
Yeah. Anyway, I had some people in my car. I think it was David, Aaron,
Uh huh.
some others, right? And this is like when like this is I think I got my license when I was like 18, right?
Yeah.
And that was like before I went to college. So after I went to college, I stopped driving, and I would just drive sporadically. So every time I'd come back, be like, "Damn!" So this is what it feels like to be in a car again. Like it would feel so strange to me, basically.
Yeah.
And like I think there was this one moment where, it's like mostly normal, but like I think there was a car that merged from one of the farther right, like I was in the rightmost or leftmost lane,
Yeah.
so I was in like the carpool lane or something like that, the fast lane, and I was trying to merge into the right lane, and there was a car that was like two lanes away,
Uh-huh.
right? And he was trying to merge into the lane left of me, and I was trying to merge into that center lane. And because I was like sort of like a little rusty, I like tried to merge in, right? And then I suddenly see him, and I merge back, and I like swerve back into the lane. So I like rocked them
Yeah.
pretty much. I'm sure they're remembering because it was like pretty like dramatic. Like I went into that lane, and then I fucking rocked, like swerved out.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was just one time I remember I was like, fuck, bro, I just fucking rocked the passengers in my car. But I mean, I don't really like,
It happens.
like
I feel like
at
that
the time, yeah,
happens.
it does happen. And also, I feel like, what's it called? Since I didn't really drive as much back then, and I would only drive for like 2 weeks,
Yeah.
maybe like 4 weeks in a year,
Uh-huh.
it'd be like, bro, like, obviously that, like, I'm not super, like, you know, I'm pretty rusty when I
Yeah, you're
get
not like
lagged, so.
Fast and Furious pro driver or anything.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so but since I drive a lot more now, I feel like I'm like way, way more comfortable than I was when I would come back over the breaks. Just because I feel like I'm driving a lot more consistently and driving a lot farther, so I'm just driving all the time.
Okay.
More experienced.
Yeah, you just feel like it just becomes like really, really like second nature. But before it was just like I would get back and I was like, the fuck. So like I don't know. It would just feel strange, you know, just because you haven't done it for quite a while.
Uh-huh.
Like it's not like you don't remember how to drive and
Yeah.
whatnot. It just doesn't feel like normal because you're just like you're just so away from it for so long, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know how that feels, dude. I was just like, like it was like one night I came back from Davis, and I think it
yeah.
was, I don't know if it was back from, yeah, it was back from Davis, and I had to drive to like LA or something. And I was just like, what the fuck? Why did I just like I haven't drove for like a few months and I'm already driving back to LA because like it was like my cousin's graduation. So I was like, okay, cool. Next thing you know, I'm just driving the whole time. And all I mean, usually after like when you're on a long commute or something, you kind of just like regain your skills back like almost immediately. That's like how I feel when I drive on like super long commutes. Like at first it's just like, oh, a little nerve wracking, but then once I hit my groove, I'm just like I feel like I'm unstoppable. I'm not gonna lie.
I feel
You're
like
just in the zone. You're just like you're freaking driving like
yeah.
80, like 90 miles per hour, but like it's light work. You're just like swerving and you're just like fast and furious and stuff. But I don't do that. I don't know. I'm just saying. But I just
Yeah, you're just feeling yourself,
yeah.
right? The CHP's in the fucking chat right now. Wait a second.
No evidence, bro. No evidence. It's just a story.
I don't know. No witness.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Luis, you got anything to add on to this? Or are you mad chilling?
Yeah, no, not really, not in particular. Surprisingly,
Uh-huh.
can't really.
Yeah, that's pretty surprising actually.
Yeah, can't really think of anything. I mean,
You just let your dash cam shows your work, huh? Your
when I mean, for the most part, if there's anything of particular interest that I think is like more like crazier than just usual driving, I post the footage. I should make a YouTube channel,
Dude, you should
honestly,
make
with the
TikTok,
amount of
dude.
footage.
You probably get,
With it.
dude. You probably get like, dude, the variety, dude. You probably blow up, bro. You'll be like the guy with.
Goddamn daily.
You actually blow up, yeah, because you just need like what, a minute clips and you just post it. Don't even need to edit or anything. You're chilling.
Yeah, angry dash cam.
Well, I think I'm gonna end the segment here. Thanks for coming on the show. Hopefully we have our guests at 10 on time every week. I hope. I really do hope that happens.
At 10? It was 10?
No, like have our guests
Okay.
at like have our have everyone here.
Oh, yeah, of course. Bro.
Yeah, but it's cool. It's not a huge deal. But thanks for coming on once again, Hamza and Luis. Thanks for coming on
For
to the
sure,
show,
bro.
dude.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, no problem. It's always a an honor.
You got any ending lines you want to close off with?
Hey, yo, follow my boy NBA Flash 3.
If you've been listening to us talk and you haven't followed my boy NBA Flash 3 yet, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Go
What are
and
you
hit
doing?
that follow. All right, sub. Be a fan. He's got good content.
Okay.
Tell the truth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
What? Okay. Well, I'm gonna leave the call. You guys go do your own thing. Talk to you guys later.
Later.
Good.